In this new digital age, our society is more connected than ever before. Social media has become central to our society, shaping the way we connect, communicate, and view the world around us. The internet plays a major role in shaping our perceptions of people around us and ourselves. But what happens when the internet realm becomes a place where no one can determine the difference between fact and fiction, creating a false sense of reality? On social media platforms, we present carefully crafted personas of ourselves with filters and polished narratives. But behind that lies an astonishingly different reality, a world of comparison and envy where the pursuit of perfection fuels a larger problem and disconnect of reality. As our new reality has adapted to filters, curated content, and influencer culture, the quest for an authentic sense of self on social media has never been more vital. Social media has become a valuable part of our everyday lives, but what drives our incessant need to stay connected? And how do social media industries keep us hooked, often at the expense of our own authenticity and genuine human connection? Join us as we dive deep into the impact of the internet as well as the impact social media has on our understanding of the world and people around us in normal day-to-day lives. Beyond curated personas lies a darker underbelly of the internet, a breeding ground for misinformation and conspiracy theories. With the click of a button, falsehoods spread like wildfire, blurring the boundaries between fact and fiction. But amidst the chaos of the digital realm, there is a glimmer of hope. Experts and advocates champion digital literacy and responsible online behavior as essential tools for navigating the complexities of the internet. Here we talk to Matt Stillwell, an English professor at Front Range Community College, to get his opinions on artificial intelligence in schools.
So on one hand, teachers immediately thought that students are going to use it to cheat. I'm on the other end of that spectrum where cheating has always been around. Students were cheating before ChatGPT. This is just a new tool in order to do something that's been around for a long time. I choose to emphasize how we as teachers can help students use these tools, generative AI tools, to boost their learning, right? In some cases, it can level the playing field. When we have the ability to take assignment sheets or syllabi, and students can put them into ChatGPT, have ChatGPT summarize that information, take an article or a peer-reviewed journal that is very difficult for a first or second year student to read and summarize, use a tool like ChatGPT, or WordTune is a really good tool for that, to summarize it. I think these are ways that it can change the learning environment in positive ways.
In the eyes of many young individuals, social media holds the power to validate their existence, bestowing upon them a perceived sense of coolness among their peers. Here we talk to Seth White, a student at the University of Colorado Boulder, to get insight on his experiences of getting social media for the first time.
Because all my friends had it and we could send each other pictures of anything and communicate whenever we wanted, and Snapchat was a cooler way than messaging was.
Was there like a social norm, or like did you feel validated when you got social media for the first time, like by your friends, like, oh, like I have social media, or like I have Snapchat, I fit in more, it's cool?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'd describe it, because it was just like everybody cool at school had social media and they wanted you to add them, and it was such a cool thing to be Snapchatting as many people as you could at school.
Do you think you fit in more because you had social media?
Yes.
Compared to kids who didn't have social media?
Yeah, for sure. Because they make you feel like you don't fit in if you're not with the program.
As our society progresses as a tech-centered world, one question arises. How do we navigate the rapid advancements of technology that shape our world? Matt Stillwell believes that we as a society can in fact adapt to the uprising of artificial intelligence, particularly in academic settings.
on some level, I think it's still going to be the same, right? Our object is to promote critical thinking, to provide students with opportunities and experiences that are structured in a way that you can't get outside of a schooling environment. So I think in that regard, I think our goals are still the same, and I think it's still possible. However, now we need to incorporate this new tool. AI is going to change what we think about what learning is. It really is. It's already challenging instructors in a variety of disciplines to rethink curriculums, to rethink specific assignments, to rethink assessments of those assignments. Where is it permissible and appropriate to use AI? Where is it not? And this is just the beginning of that conversation. So on the one hand, I believe that this is the most significant fundamental change that education has experienced since the internet, and maybe ever, right? Mass compulsory education, I think, is going to be forever changed as a result here.
In the digital age, a prevalent issue grips society: the relentless addiction to our devices. It's a modern addiction, capturing countless individuals, blurring the lines between what's important and what's not. In this age of constant connectivity, priorities often fade into the backgrounds as screens demand attention, leaving us adrift in a sea of social media. Do you ever feel like social media takes away from your productivity or your time or how you spend your time?
Yeah, I think especially since we've had it for a while, it's kind of like addicting in a way, because you're just one touch away from seeing what everybody is talking about or what's going on. Even if it's not that important, it feels so important. And even if you have like priorities that you need to get done, or you don't want to waste your time, you'll just be on your phone and look up and realize that you just wasted 30 minutes, so now you have to rush a few things, all because of social media, and you didn't really gain that much.
What do you think it means to be authentic?
I think it's being honest. I think it's just speaking truth.
Yeah, you kind of want to expand on that?
I am a very honest person. I don't believe in lies. I don't believe there is such a thing as a good lie. So I think that's being authentic, being entirely honest.
Well, for lack of a better term, no BS really. Like just like being upfront with somebody.
Yeah.
Not trying to hide anything from anybody. Especially like lying, I feel like is a bad thing, because one thing I always believed in is that doesn't matter how long it's gonna take, somebody's gonna find out a lie eventually. So I just don't see it worth it anyway.
I guess it just means to be true to yourself, not having barriers to what you present to people.
To just be yourself, just being your true self, not focusing on what others think, maybe.
Sweet. What do you think makes you authentic as a person?
Well, I'm usually upfront with like how I feel. Sometimes a little too blunt, honestly. I feel like, I mean, I'm usually just pretty genuine with my feelings as much as I can.
I guess I like to follow true to my morals, I guess, my ethical code. I know there's a lot of gray area in certain situations, but I think having situations. I'm not here to say that I'm 100%.
Consistency, maybe.
Yeah.
Like treating people how you want to be treated, and not putting others above others. Just being kind to everyone. You know, trying your best.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Do you think of yourself authentic online?
Yeah. I don't post much, so I guess there's not really much I could do to prove my authenticity online. I usually just use it to view, not to present. You know what I mean?
How do you think that social media will evolve in the future?
Genuinely, I think it will be kind of just a place for people with the loudest opinions to voice their opinions, the most angry, aggressive opinions, because that's usually what's heard most often.
Yeah. Do you think that social media is becoming like a hostile environment, or?
I think so, yes.
I personally don't interact with social media very often, unless you count Discord. But honestly, it's just become a terrible place. Honestly, from what I've heard, like it's just become really hostile, and I feel like it's just gonna keep on getting worse. So I feel like we're past that point too, where we can like salvage it, if that makes sense.
I think we're seeing it go kind of downhill with the integration of AI. I feel like there's a lot of things that can be altered so easily that folks don't take a second look at. So I think it's going to be like really difficult to identify what is authentic and what isn't down the line. I don't know, you could say that's true presently, so I imagine it's going to get worse in the future unless there's restrictions or guidelines to prevent it. But I guess we'll see.
I see it being kind of the same as it is right now, but maybe more people having it. Because I know there's a good amount of people in the world that don't even have technology. So maybe we'll see more people having technology. But I don't see social media, I don't know, being any different. If anything, it might be more censored.
As we navigate the evolving landscape of media, it becomes important to not only bring in new platforms, but also to adapt our techniques to resonate with diverse audiences. The future of media lies in our ability to integrate traditional and emerging media. We can do this by leveraging the power of technology to engage and connect with people on a deeper level. By staying innovative, we can harness the potential of new media to amplify our lives, reaching audiences across the world. This requires a willingness to experiment, to push boundaries, and to accept the unknown. We have to honor our commitment to authenticity and ethical storytelling, ensuring that our message uplifts and empowers rather than manipulate or divide. As we look ahead, let us approach the future of media with curiosity and optimism, recognizing the possibilities for creativity and connection that are ahead of us.